So we're right now. It's starting to become spring, and this is something that I kind of brought on my heart. But with all the season change and all that, sometimes people get sick. But something that I've been noticing was the bees, like the wasp and bees and all that, are starting to come back out. And in the Bible, it talks about like the land of milk and honey and other stuff like that. But it doesn't. And the Israelites were so focused on the blessing that they forgot how honey was made. They forgot that there was bees. Um, they forgot that they were going to have to fight for what they wanted. In the book of Joshua, God commands them to be quiet and to like walk around the city of Jericho. They're quiet. He tells them to be courageous the entire time and to follow God's instruction. Whenever they don't follow God's instruction, that's when they're crying and that's when they're being disobedient. But that's also when they're lacking. That's when they end up either running back to God because they realize that, or they double down. I suggest y'all not double down. The reason why this was brought up upon bees was because not only do the bees come back, but the birds do too. And sometimes when you're sowing seeds, the birds will come and pick at your seed while you're throwing them to the ground. That used to be something that they did whenever it was farming time. That was put on my heart because right now people have been sowing seeds and sometimes it just feels like the birds are eating them up. Sometimes people are trying to go for that blessing and it feels like all they're getting is stung. And sometimes they're not doing it the way that God asks us to do it. I know for me that God's asked me to pursue ministry in a stronger way right now. But in my disobedience, I've been trying to pursue business, which internally isn't wrong. But the way that I'm doing it is that I'm disobeying God in the process, which is wrong. I've been trying to pursue business by going back to school and going to college, which there's nothing wrong with going back to college. But I'm putting money before God. And that's what he's been trying to call me out on, is because I keep on putting money above God. And he doesn't like second place. He wants to be first in my heart. And that is something that I've been trying to work on. I have a poor background where all my family's been poor most of their life. My grandma grew up in the streets of Mexico. My mom, all of them were dirt poor. Dirt poor. Grandma didn't even get to celebrate her 15th birthday until she was 45.